Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the tripod. Hey, pretzels. We're gonna start things out. It's gonna be a little odd. Styx is having some technical difficulties. He will be joining us shortly. But until then, we're gonna start out with NXT. Of course, the day before 9/11. We start off NXT programming with Jada Parker patrolling the NXT parking lot with a bat as if it wasn't dangerous enough. NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. It's Fast and the Fraserists versus the Street Profits. What a hell of a match in their what a hell of a match, and what a hell of a notch in their belt. If the Fast and the Fraserists can take out the Street Profits, it was a banger of a match until Chimichanga and the Bloodline ruined it. Caesar, what do you think of the kickoff to NXT? We had Jada patrolling and a tag team championship match that ended in chaos.
Yeah, Jade out here in them streets, them NXT garage streets. Parking lot streets. You know, the most dangerous place on earth. And even in the afterlife, I've heard niggas who have escaped hell talking about they walked 8 miles in an endless NXT parking lot. And that was their punishment. And they said, devil, I can't take it no more. I found Jesus, and they had to leave. So it's the most dangerous place on earth and afterlife that the devil is sending motherfuckers there. And you see why with Miss Jada Parker and her bat. Was it a black bat for like a nigga hating bat? It was a regular silver bat, which is worse, because that bitch fitting to break some limbs. Then we got Fast and the Fraserists, killing as usual, versus the Street Profits. Got my cup. Raise it up one time. Because if you feel with the body swag, naked drunk, yeah. Cook it up. Oh, that was for y'all, Montez. And my niggas.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, there was the Dog Knight and Robin out there whooping ass. The Dark Knights, I should say. Yeah, out there whooping ass. And this was a good match. It was cooking. I was like, how they gonna pull this off so that nobody loses? Because Street Profits come down, they're doing you a solid, putting on a banger to open up with. I said, God damn, what's this PLE event? I was like, you can't just be having no crazy ass, badass tag team matcher starting. That's what they do on the PLE. Yep. You can't be doing no shit like this. Then of course, your boy old Tunga, lower, higher, whatever nigga, sideways. He came out there with Chimichanga, and they out there fucking all the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man got his prayer beads. We got the monk. You know what I'm saying? We got the monk. We got the nigga with the Batman logo on his suit, and then we got the nigga just be chattering like he just eat 8 pounds of ice before every interview, and his teeth can't get warmed up. They cold. They're just bouncing in his mouth and shit. Nigga gonna have dentures by the time he 42. Shit. They came out there fucking it up as they usually do. It's sad that all 3 of the subordinates are better than that garbage ass tribal chief. I mean, I'm just saying, man, you just can't be having no shit like this. Think about this. This is like if Batman had 3 Robins, and all 3 Robins is better than Batman. That don't make no goddamn sense. That you would think maybe one of them's good, could challenge the old Bat, but all 3, this is some trash. You know what I'm saying? But hey, whatever. They want to follow that nigga. I mean, one of them can't talk. One of them can't wrestle.
Had the Rascals had been in this match, do you think that would have been the same outcome, or do you think they threw an audible
They
because of
threw an audible
yeah.
just to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
If the Rascals would have been in this match, Wesley would have came out with that gun like he had last week, and he'd shot a motherfucker. Or yeah, or at least hit him in the kneecap, some shit. I think that's what probably was going to happen to keep evolving for the street fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think West would have came out there, did something dangerous to Trey Miguel, per usual, and then he would have they would have fucked that shit up. And then yeah, see, Trey Miguel would have been sideways on the street, just like Sticks just was, because goddamn, just like that. Just because Wes Lee would have had that gun and he'd have shot a nigga. That's dead ass.
Well, Sticks, we started off with NXT, of course. Jada Parker patrolling the parking lot with a bat. We had Fast and Fraziers versus the Street Profits, ruined by the Bloodline. What'd you think?
Yeah, the opening segment, them in the bat in the parking lot. Thought it was really nice how they integrated Jada Parker and everybody showing up. She looking for the fatal influence. So it's nice, you see her just lean up against the vehicle, her sitting in the golf cart. So that was a nice little way to open tag team match. Street Profits and them were cooking. Unfortunately, main roster business followed them down to NXT and cost them a tag team match. But the match itself, those guys were cooking. I mean, the crowd was hot. They were glad to see the Profits back. Profits were glad to be back. Had all the it left you hungry for this match. But unfortunately, like I said, main roster business followed the boys down and cost them a tag team championship.
Quick question. Y'all see that interview with Bianca where she was talking about Montez and says like he's getting a lot of pressure from the top to maybe like become a single star, but he just doesn't want to leave Dawkins. And he sees it as like he thinks about it every day, and he's like, but if I do that, I don't get to like ride with Dawkins. He's like, I guess I could still ride with him because we'd be on the same show. But like he just says he doesn't want to break up the team yet because he's just having too much fun being with Dawkins. And I was like, but Dawkins can kind of go.
He can. He
can go.
He lost weight. He got better in the ring. Like he's proven himself.
And we know he's funny.
Just separate.
We know Dawkins.
Just put.
I feel like Dawkins is the funny one, so he can get over more with promos. Like Montez can still talk, but he's gonna get over probably more in the ring. Like I think we have like a pre-call up kind of Enzo and Cass moment where if they do break up, you could see both guys getting great singles runs.
Don't give Enzo credit. I see it more like a Kofi and a Big E situation.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
They're both great. They both became champions. They both have potential. They don't have an Xavier, and Xavier's doing things now. But I'm saying I would
compare. They have a better Xavier. They have Bianca.
Exactly. But up next, we had the first match, the debut of Julia versus Chelsea Green.
That's right. All I've been did that shit. Yeah.
No Piper. I thought last week I told Sticks like maybe Piper can come in and fuck shit up, but no Piper this time. Julia's octopus stretch is called the spider web. I'm glad this wasn't a squash. Chelsea brought it. It actually looked like Chelsea had Julia down for a 3 count. Julia might have kicked out late. Chelsea tossed Julia at Book and Vic. Julia hits a knee and a snowplow for the win. Not bad. I mean, I'm a little harsh because I take pride in NXT's women's division, so I'm gonna have to see a little bit more, Julia. The song's okay though. Gay Blade interviews Trick Willie. Oh yeah, that's the new guy interviewer in the back. Gay Blake interviews Trick Willie in the locker room about the last man standing match with Stallion Pete, calls him Butch. Crispy King attacked while getting his beard done, not at Cut Wiz.
What the fuck are we doing? Can we get some security?
Heritage Cup match was Wonka with the no catch cracks versus Javon Evans. He bouncy. Cedric Alexander's in Javon's corner. Remember, I'm taking these in real time. So this is what I wrote. Did Tavion move to Japan? Dempsey gets first fall in round 2. Javon gets a fall in round 3. The no catch crack shenanigans. Cedric jumps him. Javon gets attacked by Tavion behind ref's back, helping Dempsey retain. I was wondering when that fool was returning, but that was a pleasant surprise in real-time sticks. We had the debut of Julia versus Chelsea Green and a Heritage Cup match. What'd you think?
Yeah, the match of Julia and Chelsea Green. I'm gonna chalk up Julia his first legit match on US TV on WWE Fed TV. So maybe there's a little bit of nerves there. She was all right. Like you said, the thing that caught my eye was Chelsea looked good in this match while collecting that L.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I was glad it wasn't a squash. Girlfriend said the same thing. Chelsea got offense in. Like you said, there might have been a little miscommunication on that kick out. Kind of looked like a 3 count, but maybe it was a little bit of a hitch in the kick out. Chelsea looked like $1 million. Julia, you got your first match on TV out of the way, so now you can only go up. So hopefully that's what we're gonna get. Like you said, entrance, music, all looks good. She's got everything set up to be a star. Let's get those first match jitters out of the way. Now we can just move up. So that's what we're gonna do. Heritage Cup match. Good match. I mean, we were all even the announcers were wondering, this is a different kind of match for the young OG. And he did pretty good. I mean, he did pretty good. Wonka got that first dub, and then young OG was able to get that second one. Like you were thinking, I was wondering when Octavian Heights was going to show back up. And guess what? Blackzilla came back to land. He came back from overseas after destroying all the Japanese women over there. He came back to America, and he helped Wonka retain that championship. So now the no quarter crackers are all together. Wonka still has his cup, and now we're back. Business is about to be booming for the no quarter crackers.
That's right, Cesar. We got to see Julia's first match in NXT versus Chelsea Green and the Heritage Cup defended. What'd you think?
Yeah, man. So I took a different route to the Julia match. I personally think she's holding back. Like, I think she wanted just to have a good match, not go crazy out the gate, not go ignorant. You got to save that for that Roxanne match to make it real, real special. But I do give the respect that she showed to Chelsea Green. And yeah, it was more of an equal match. I like that when it wasn't a squash match. It's just like kind of a what's that shit they do with the newcomers in NXT? The shit Oppeninja and Roxanne won.
Breakthrough?
Breakout, whatever, breakthrough shit. Remember, Oppeninja wrestled Riley in that match, and he was jobbing to Riley. If you remember when that match happened in their like championship to see who was going to win, he was jobbing to Riley for like 30-40% of that match. He didn't just come out there and dominate it like he'd been beating everybody else up. So I think this is what that was here. You know, she's got to show that she can sell. She's got to show, that what she can do. And yeah, she was a little late. I'm gonna give that up to the jitters, but she took a table spot. Chelsea was running thing. Giving her the business. And so I think it was a good first match. You don't need to be great every single night out the gate, but you still need to be good. So I thought it was a good match. And yeah, Chelsea looked great, as she always does. Give respect to this woman, okay? Respect to this woman. They keep bringing her down there to make people look good. It's time she need to get some dubs and sneak some shit out of here. Give her some respect that she deserves, and give her some wins so she can like really bitch out these niggas running the show. Then we got the no quarter cracks with Dempsey, and then old Bouncy over here doing work, doing dirt. I like old Bouncy, man, and this match was really good. Yeah, he had old Alexander out there fighting off the no quarter cracks. But I'm sorry, Sticks, it wasn't Blackzilla. It was Hoppin' nigga, because he was dropping that big black bomb on them Japanese bitches until he came back. Hoppin' nigga came back. Yeah, that's right, Sangre. You go on and try to put Hoppin'
I can't do it.
Yeah, you go put Hoppin' Ninja.
No, man, agree. I'll make it PG for you. Oppeninja.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
probably
You
what's
gonna put
happening.
Oppeninja on that shit, but when the people listen, they gonna know Oppeninja was dropping bombs in Japan. That big black bomb over and over and over out there. Yeah, girl. Yeah, he was grunting like Shannon Sharp over there. You know what I'm talking about on them rope hills. Yeah, like Nigga sounded like Batman in the streets. They was like, oh, up in nigga stop. He over there dropping bombs on them, girl.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but he back. He back like cook crack. Back in the 80s when Reagan was president, nigga. He back getting up there helping the no quarter cracks and his man Wonka get that dub. See, he was just Cedric Alexander up there. See, if they had that other nigga, what is that other nigga? Donnesley, if they had that nigga out there or whatever his name is, yeah, he would have been helping Cedric Alexander. He might have been sneaking that nigga. He's like, oh, you trying to sneak, nigga? You trying to steal my bitches? And then he would have hit him with that fur coat, and then maybe Bouncy would have won that shit. But hey, I digress. That's another story for another time and another match. But yeah, also good shit. Yeah, man, these damn that tournament cup shit, the matches ain't been bad. We ain't seen one bad one yet. They all been good, damn near great. We ain't seen a bad one yet, so they all cooking. So keep that shit around. That shit's great.
Oppeninja, love it. North America. Oh, speak of the devil, or speak of the ninja, North
Yeah.
American champion Oba Femi.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
I guess this was an open.
Hit that walk, Sangre.
right?
Hit that walk. Hit
This-
that walk.
This was an open challenge, right?
Yeah, it was an open challenge. Yeah.
And we fantasy booked this a couple weeks ago. We were talking about the NXT TNA crossover. We were fantasy booking matches, and this was one of those fucking matches. Hammerstone from TNA he jumped through that prohibited portal. And
Oh, he was paid.
that's
We
true.
forgot that. Yeah, we forgot that.
But Cesar, it was no bread,
No
no water,
water.
just
me.
Book compares Oba to Goldberg.
That's that WCW in him, man. He can't shake it.
Power versus power tonight. It was a great surprise. Hammerstone put up a fight, but the Ninja able to put down yet another cracker. Ridge Holland versus Duke with Chase U.
Cause you.
I'm not sure what Ridge was thinking with his trunks. Still looks like he's in Chase U. Ridge shoves Duke into Riley, injuring his ankle or some shit. The crowd's all over Ridge. Ridge puts Duke away with a Rampage DDT, continues attack post-match, puts Duke through the barricade, and slams barricade on Duke. Rampage onto the broken barricade. Thea trying to earn an Emmy nod for her dramatic performance here. But I mean, again, I love the surprise. And then Chase U, come on, Chase U. We gotta get Andre back to start stomping Ridge's ass. Cesar, what'd you think? Oba versus Hammerstone and Ridge versus Duke It.
Oh yeah, so we see a little mystery motherfucker, behind some glass, and then we see the Dom, Donny D, talking to him, give him a little paper, tell him he need to do some shit, do some work, do some dirt for the Dom. You know what I'm saying? And so motherfucker takes some money. So I was like, oh shit, what's going on here? Because I saw this online first, so they must have shot it earlier today. Saw this online before I saw NXT.
Wait,
I was like,
hey, who'd you think it was?
I didn't know who it was. Niggas in the comments talking about Keith Lee. And I was like, ain't no way.
That shadow would have to be 3 times bigger.
Yeah. I was like, ain't no way Master Michaels gonna have a surprise on a regular NXT before we get to Chicago, and it's gonna be a nigga on nigga classic. I said, ain't no way. It might be some nigga on nigga classic if we get to Chicago. What I'm saying? Yeah, might be, yeah. Moves for November still. That's gonna be nigga on nigga classic right there, girl. That's gonna be real good. But anyway, I didn't know who it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was gonna be. And then Hammerstone brought his crack ass out there. So shit, Hammerstone. Oh shit, this might be a good one. Might be a little barn burner here. Then and then Big Dick Vic talking about what's that thing you say, book? And he said, yeah. He said, oh, these two heads, they live the life of no bread, no water, just meat. We got beef in the ring, Dick. So Book Coonan, you know, per usual. And then old Hammerstone and Oba get in there, slapping each other around, throwing each other power game. But Obafemi just on that roll, he locked in right now. He focused. You know what I'm saying? He the number one cracker killer on the planet. You put crack in front of him, he take cracker out. Okay. He reverse KKK. I don't know what letters it probably NNN. You know what I'm saying? Something close. And he fucking him up. Okay. He out here doing work, doing dirt. And old Hammerstone got his monkey ass whipped on Prime NXT TV. Don out some money. He out some bread. He got to go break some kneecaps, get some more bread. He probably gonna hire Jake something this week. Nigga, I don't know. He could. Them niggas a tag team now. Why not? Hammerstone might be like, hey, man, you go to NXT, get your money. You're going to get paid whether you win or lose, nigga. Just go get some extra bread. Jake something going to be like, you all right with me. Shit, might be. But I thought it was a good match. Yeah, Obafemi, out there, still slapping bitches around. This TNA, this NXT, whatever you want to do, man, this shit is cooking. Switching people. Nothing but good shit here. And then what was after that?
It was Ridge and Duke.
Oh yeah, Ridge still mad. Yeah, wearing red, like you said. I'm wearing black and red. Nigga just mad. Duke was hyped. He's ready to whoop some ass. You know what I'm saying? They go out there, tussle, bustle. Right? Theo treating them on. Riley, he ain't doing shit. Ridge angry. He mad again. He talking about breaking niggas' necks and fucking them up. Taking everybody. I guess Riley gonna get his monkey ass whipped tomorrow and put him in the hospital too. I mean, you swole an ankle, nigga. You just put some ice on that shit. You about to go next day. I seen LeBron James roll his whole ankle and he finished the game, nigga. Okay, he finished the game. I seen that shit. The Bad Boys, Isaiah, he rolled his ankle. That shit was 3 times the size in the championship game. Nigga still won. Nigga got like 58 points that game. So Riley, hurry your bitch ass up. What you like 22? Nigga, you can't get hurt between 19 to 25.
Well, he could be like Steph Curry. Ankle's about damn near sidelined his career.
You're right. I forgot Steph Curry had them weak ass ankles. But that's because he ain't 100% of nothing. Because he half white, half black. So see, he don't get the vibranium in his spirit. You know what I'm saying? But he don't get the white privilege either. So see, when you get them mixed breeds, you know what I'm saying? Them powers don't activate on either side.
Riley could have that adamantium in him. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. See, when you 100%, you get the powers. Obafemi got them slave super nigga powers because he 100% and he dark as fuck, darker than his t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Braun Breaker got them crazy white boy powers. That's why he spear niggas out the damn shoes. So you know what I'm saying? Plus he got Steiner math on his side. He was figuring that shit out, how to get his fast to spear nigga out the shoes. I synced it. So that shit happens. But Riley White, he crazy. I mean, you can't get injured when you 19, 20. You know how much dumb shit I did between 19 and 25? And I was drunk all the time. I think I got hit by a car and shook that shit off and ate some wings at the next bar. Nigga, you just can't get injured. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's peaking your powers.
Where do you think this is going with? I mean, Ridge, okay, say Ridge beats all of Chase U.
Yeah.
Just going to go back to being a nobody.
That's all it is. He's just going to be another, I think they're just, do they have a non-heel? I think they're just making heels because I think everybody was just faces. I mean, I'm trying to think of the heels in NXT right now, and all I can come up with is like Ethan Page. Like Butch was a face, so they had to turn him heel.
The King.
Lex is king, but he's like mid-card, so you need at every angle. Like Ridge was with them coming off of being a heel, was with Chase U, so they're all faces. Like they had to turn Wes. He was a face. They had to turn Wes heel. I mean, Obafemi is technically a heel, but he's just winning so good. He's like the Don. The Don's technically a face just because he's fucking entertaining. He's been around for a while. Yeah. Like Moon Knight, who gives a fuck? But he's face. Like, I mean, they need more heels. Like, it was the same with Metaphor. They started as heels, but they're so entertaining. The matches are so good, and they're on-site Mensa. So they're kind of faces. I think they just needed to create heels just to keep it going. Okay. So yeah, Sean Spears ain't wrestling with his broken ass arm and shit. I think that's just where it is. Like I guess it's like, Yeah, Ridge came in off as that guy. He tried it. You know, he tried being the good guy. He tried being with the group. He tried to fit in. But at the end of the day, they kept losing. So it's easy for him to switch back into the role he was. Because they were at least winning when he was in the Bawling Brutes. And so it's more like, you know what? Y'all just keep fucking losing. Why was I being a nice guy to y'all? I'm an asshole. I take people out. That's less competition. Easier for me to get to the top. I guess that's where they're going with it. But I digress. I don't know.
Think of it is they leaned in to him being like very hard in the ring. Like they talked about, like they even leaned into like what he did to Big E. So they were doing that while he was trying to be a face. Like they said, hey, this guy has some tendencies to be a rough guy, and he might be putting on a facade here for you guys. So don't, because even Dookie and Riley were like, hey, we don't fully 100% trust this guy. But then, you know, it kept this pony show kept going on, and they were like, they finally bought in. But well, guess what? It turned on him. He turned on him.
Well, Sticks, hopefully it wasn't spoiled for you, because my God, I was this close to jumping on my phone and saying, get on the fucking TV. When you saw Hammerstone come out to take on Obafemi, what were you thinking?
I thought it was a good thing for Hammerstone. TNA does have big guys. Like I think a lot of people on the internet were wondering, but a lot of people were like, well, it's Moose. It's like Cesar said, I'm not gonna bring Moose for this. Like one, like they were on the heels of Victory Road, and you're gonna have Moose, who's fighting for the TNA championship. You're gonna have him come to NXT and face the North American champion. I mean, yeah, is that a matchup we want to see? Yeah. I mean, but are you gonna do that on regular TV? No, you're not gonna do that. Like Cesar said, you're gonna wait. If you're gonna do it on regular TV, you're gonna do it on, like, for example, like he said, the CW premiere, or like the TV made for TV like pay-per-view, like what they normally do, like with those like that. So maybe you would wait to do something like that. Hammerstone was a pleasant surprise. Like there's been interest when he was a free agent. There was interest from multiple companies. He's got the body and in ring ability that WWE, AEW, and obviously TNA would want, and he's good on the mic. So it was a nice surprise. I thought Oba did a pretty good job. Like we talked about two meaty men slapping meat in here. I thought Oba still threw him around like it was nothing.
He did. He threw him around.
Like I mean, for as big as Hammerstone is, Oba was throwing him around like he was fighting a freaking luchador. But that didn't persuade how good the match was. Like Hammerstone showed up and he put on a good performance. Like we had talked about the NXT and A crossovers. This is what you can get. You can bring guys to this. I mean, we saw Hammerstone, what was it? Like last pay-per-view, he was in the freaking Ultimate X match. He was in the X Division match. This is what you can do. Like Cesar said, you could bring Jake something over and they could have a good match because he's nimble for a big guy. And at the end of the day, if you want to do it for a big pay-per-view, you could bring Moose and they could have a cotton picking banger match. So what you could do, you could have that. It was a good match. It was great to get Hammerstone on TV. This opens the door for him to have other opportunities. Ridge and Duke. Yeah, like you said, Ridge, you got to get this trunk game going on here. Let's get your gear figured out here because he's looking like that. I liked how Duke came out. He had motivation. Ridge destroyed his MVP trophy. Duke is the MVP of Chase U. He's leaned into it. Like we had all wondered, was Duke going to turn on Andre Chase? We're fully past that now. Like Duke's all in. He bleeds for Chase U, and he did bleed for Chase U, and he got his ass whooped for Chase U. Maybe the end game is Andre Chase comes out and ends up beating him up. Maybe he gets that revenge, and then after that, you kind of wonder what happens with Ridge. Like I know he's like Cesar said, he's a heel, but if he ends up losing to a guy like Andre Chase, then where do you go after this? Because you lost to a guy that's like probably 150 pounds less like weight wise less than you, and do you just move on to something else, or do you try to pick up some dubs and build yourself up to maybe becoming a North American Championship contender, or do you maybe drag this out? Like, yeah, does Andre Chase get a dub, but then Ridge is still hell bent on destroying Chase? I don't know. The match, it was an all right match. I mean, they're rebuilding they're rebuilding Ridge story wise, character wise, but also in ring performance wise, because there still kind of is that stench of that this guy can hurt people, and you don't want to have him go you don't want to, as a fan, go very long with him, be like, okay, this guy's now the safe wrestler, and then he injures somebody. So, I mean, that's something that takes a lot of work to try to get him in, and maybe we're past that. You know, I want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's worked it out, and maybe he knows how to work in ring. But the one thing you can't ever forget about this guy is that he took Big E from us. Like, we don't get the hip gyrating Big E that we can get on Monday nights. We don't get, and we still get Big E, but it's in the pre-show funny version. It's not the in-ring gyrate version, not the big
Okay,
powerful guy.
let me present this to you guys. So, what's the next NXT Premium Live event? Okay, well,
I
whatever.
don't know. I don't think they've said it yet.
Whatever it is, let's see. Okay, let's say Ridge, he takes out all of Chase U. Andre Chase comes back. He's like, I'm gonna give you a Andre Chase size ass whooping. He fails.
Sure.
Ridge beats them all. He beats them all. He's standing in the middle of the ring, raising his arm. He thinks he's all cool.
Mm-hmm.
His music hits.
Oh, Big E?
That place the roof would explode. Big E runs out there, fights Ridge, beats the shit out of him, and that's where Ridge goes. Big E he doesn't tell anybody he's back. He's coming back. Like, people who see him go into the building, they think, oh, he's probably going to do the pre-show or whatever. He makes a surprise. He returns to the ring, feuds with Ridge. It would make me care about the Ridge Holland character more. It would make me want to see Big E beat the fuck out of him and cripple his ass and put him out for a couple months more. I think that would be amazing. Of course, I don't know what Big E's health condition is. Last I heard, he got stem cell injections. I don't know. But could you imagine if that's where this is going?
They're just waiting for something to fuse solidly. And once that does, then he can wrestle again. But it can happen any day. It just doesn't know when.
I would love it if that's the direction this was going. But again, fantasy booking on the tripod.
Yep.
Up next. Oh, speaking of open challenges, Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts champion, held yet another open challenge that was answered by Sol Ruka. Dueling TNA NXT chants here. It's, of course, going to be an obvious outcome. Even Vic says she's 2 defenses away from the record. But the fact that Jordan has been able to give all of these up-and-coming women talent the juggernaut rub is fantastic. Sol's flying all over the place. Grace is powering through. I love the added detail that because of how tall Sol is, Jordan's offense is not able to be executed. She did hit the muscle buster. Lights go out. Motherfucker. Chew gotta be kidding me. Chew and Rosemary ruin this. Yeah, which is only the start of Chew ruining shit. Lyra and Tatum playing dolls backstage. Lyra looks so much better with barely any makeup on, by the way. Their sights are set on Chew and Rosemary. Ava's in the office with Julia and Funaki, of all people. Indeed. Is the translator for Julia. That was cool. Roxanne comes in and starts talking shit. Jensen talks to Dion about Spears. Spears approaches. I don't care. Eddie Thorpe, don't care. Okay, Sticks, what'd you think of Jordan Grace's open challenge and Funaki?
Jordan Grace on NXT TV, great. I mean, you can see the groundwork's getting laid. As soon as she becomes free agent, Brinks Truck's gonna back up. She might not even debut on NXT. She might go straight to the main roster, but as good as she's been on WWE TV. I mean, which it'd be nice to get a little bit of a run in NXT, maybe get her a championship run, and then call it up. Sol Ruca, this is great. This is awesome for her. You have her, you get her on TV. She came out with no knee brace, so she's probably damn near close to 100%, if not 100%, which is good. What this Sol Ruca can go. We've talked about this. She with Tyler Gray. She rubbing with Tyler Gray, so she gets some of that Tyler Gray influence, the Tyler Gray rub. So it's showing in the ring. She can go, and like you said, man, Grip, with her being taller than Jordan Grace, it made Jordan adapt, like change her offense. And for the most part, it was a good match. She kind of turned that corner, was dominating. And like you said, lights went out. Wendy Chu and Rosemary, they interfered, laying some groundwork towards maybe something towards the future. I don't know. Then you had, like you said, Lyra and Tatum backstage. Like you said, a lot of the women in WWE, if they just taper down the makeup, would be a lot better looking. Some of them, a lot of them don't. I mean, we don't get a chance to see this unless they do like unfiltered pictures on Instagram or Twitter. And then everybody's like, why you wear so much makeup? They're like, this is whatever. You know, you got to give the makeup people some money, got to make their jobs worth. They got to let them cut a check. So why not just kick the foundation and all that stuff up? But they're backstage, they're playing dolls, they're playing house, talking about how they're going to formulate a plan to take out Wendy and Rosemary. So I mean, Jordan Grace, WWE TV, you can't swing and miss on that. She's been hitting out of the park every time she's on there. And Rosemary and Wendy, they're starting to accumulate some enemies. So
I wonder if Funaki has been on the payroll this whole time. Has he been a producer backstage or a trainer?
Probably has.
And they're like, wait, Julia's coming. Hey, Funaki, you can translate, right? He's like, indeed. And like,
well,
right,
you
forgot Kyrie Sane and them were down there.
You got a lot of Chinese influence. You got Asuka on the main roster. He's probably bouncing forth between main roster and
but
now
he could have been down in NXT for Asuka, Kyrie Sane,
Io Sky.
Yeah, any of them hoes.
I wonder if he'll be a character. You think he'll be an on-screen character from now on, or is this
what with Julia? Well,
yeah.
It could be good. Yeah,
possible manager, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cesar, what did you think of Jordan Grace's open challenge answered by Sol Ruca?
Yeah, this was a great match to have. You know, Jordan Grace so close to the record. You know, Sol Ruca, we all know is good. We're just waiting for them to pull the trigger on her. But I think the right call here is for Wendy Chu to fuck it up, because Sol can't lose another title match. Let's be honest. That woman deserves it. And then Jordan Grace deserves all the success she's having. She doesn't deserve to lose it on NXT TV, just like a regular match. But
it was a win, right? Because it was DQ.
Technically, Sol or Jordan won.
Yeah, she won, so that adds to her defenses.
Does it though? Because it was interrupted. I don't know if it's like a win-win, but I don't know.
It's one of those dubs that you have like an asterisk next. Like she won.
I don't think
by a DQ for interference.
There was no like she didn't win. She won because of outside interference. And where was Sol at? It's like Sol was gone. They kidnapped this bitch. They put her in a fucking do some dark magic cracker shit.
She caught a wave and served her ass out of there. She knew
out of there, bro. She was like, the lights went out. She's like, oh shit, it's like the parking lot. Run, Jordan. And she was gone. And Jordan was like, oh, bow, hit the bitch with the pillow.
She was ducking Blair Davenport. She's like, oh shit.
Yeah. She goes,
here we go again.
Is this bitch back? She got me and my friend, this dirty hoe. And then she was gone. Sol was gone. She knew what time it was, okay? Yeah, you're right. She fucking like pulled out a Pokemon called Surf and got her ignorant ass on out that bitch, okay? She was gone. That bitch said, not again, motherfucker. I just got this brace off. Not again. So hey, that's what it is in these streets, man. Every woman for theyself. Okay, every woman for theyself. Uh, yeah, fuck Wendy Chu. Anyway, what was that? What was that? Oh yeah, the disrespect I forgot to say for Crispy King getting attacked in that chair while he's getting the crispy of Crispies done. He probably paid $120 for that cut, and then or he just gonna come up in there, just gonna come up in there. Let the man at least get lined up before you whoop his ass, okay? Okay, just let him get finished because there was raisins around there could have fucked up the crispiness, and then we all fucked up. So sorry about that, but crispy.
Could you imagine?
Hopefully the
Could you
beer-
imagine Oro show up and like Crispy's is kind of like dazed in that chair, and he just gets a razor and fucks his
fucks
crispy
this shit
head
up. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Somebody he fucks with, he gonna be in the chair chilling with like a towel over his eyes, and somebody gonna come take the barber away and just go fuck that shit up. That's gotta happen. It's gonna be great for you. It's gonna be great for you.
Shaves his mullet.
Yeah, just fuck his shit up. And then what was after Wendy chewing them?
Funaki.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Julia in the room. Roxanne come in there talking shit. Julia speaking English to that dumb hoe. So she understands. She probably didn't know what she was saying. Bitch, I don't know what bitch we're talking about. But yeah, Funox, my man, getting the check, getting his sticks 316. He getting his pay. He got his little bit of time, TV time.
He making that yen, baby.
That yen, baby. He got his TV time. He got his sticks 316. Yeah, he got his money. And then she was like, no, Funox, you a legend. You a legend. Don't talk to this dirty hoe. You got this. Sit back. And then told that bitch that bitch was scared losing her title. I mean, yeah, man, it's just great shit. The NXT women's roster keeps getting better and better. Like Stick said, like Jordan could probably skip NXT. Like they could use this right now. She could skip because I mean, they got Julia coming in. They're high on her. They got Stephanie Valkyra coming in. They're high on her. Then they hired that Australian bitch Delta, who's apparently really, really good as well. They hired her. Shit, if half the rumors are true, who they hired in Chicago, Jordan don't need to be down there. Jordan can go up to main, or she can show
Jordan did make eyes with Julia as they were
Julia backstage.
Oh, they couldn't have found seats there.
I wouldn't be mad at that either, man. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Let me just say this, boys. We got Oppeninja returning, and then Funaki shows up in the same episode.
That's just too crazy. It's too crazy. It's too crazy, bro.
Well, the night's not over yet because we have the main events. It was a last man standing match. We got Trick Willie versus Stallion Pete. Pete coming off the street fight from Raw cannot be 100%, especially with that shiner. Pete might be catching L's constantly, but he has had a spotlight shown on him now. Major Sticks 316 checks. Stairs, chairs, concrete, met with a bitter end, and Trick will not stay down. Stallion Pete survives a Trick knee. Pete takes Trick up to the balcony. Russian leg sweeps Trick off the balcony through tables. All Ego runs out there to cheer on Pete. Trick back body drops Ethan through the announce table. Pete does not answer the count of 10. Trick is your new #1 contender. And just when you think it's over, it is announced that CM Punk will be on NXT next week. Cesar, what did you think of the main event? Trick versus Stallion Pete. Last match.
Yeah. This was a free money match of the night. Giving you PLE type content matches with these two cracks. We all know Stallion Pete can go. And he's only gonna any experienced wrestler who can go is only gonna help Trick. And so I was hoping this was really gonna be a triple threat. But I get where the story's going. You know, Pete's on the main roster. He's got to do main roster things. If you're gonna send him back down to NXT, he shouldn't be on the main roster fighting in the mid card. Send him down to NXT and let him win that title and let him get a run. If you're really gonna do it like that, I don't see it as a demotion because I see it as him rebuilding his character, and that's where you should rebuild your character at, especially when we don't know how soon Tyler Great can be back. But nah, man. This was a real good match. Yeah, hit him with that rock bottom or book in, however you want to call it. Dave's out there. Book was cooning. You know he always cooning. We gonna see how he really gonna coon come Chicago, because I know he like him some ego and he like him some Trick. Yeah, Ego comes out there, tries to attack Trick, keep him down at the end. The Russian leg sweep off the balcony. Yeah, these boys was out here to show out. They was out here to give you a main event that the people want, that the people deserve. And then yeah, them crackers got into it right by the desk. Ego comes out, Trick flips him over while standing up, beats Pete by a couple seconds. It's gonna be Trick Willie versus Ego Page. So here's the real interesting thing, because we've already seen this match. And Ego has lost to Trick one-on-one. And Ego only has the title because of Trick. So do we really think they're going for shock and have both heavyweight championships possibly change hands at Chicago? Is that how they want to introduce it, to be like a new era with the CW and possibly change at least one title, or maybe even both?
Is going to change hands. The other one is going to get interrupted by a debuting somebody. Somebody's going to debut and fuck up one of these championship matches. I don't know when, I don't know who, but I don't believe they're going to do both.
So then which one do you think?
Overkill.
What do you think? What do you think more likely, or who would you pick?
Oh, Julia's going to win the fucking NXT Women's Championship.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, she's going to win.
So you don't think Stephanie McCure could debut and interrupt?
Who could do it. That's who could debut, interrupt it, and Roxanne's like, "What the fuck?" And then Julia might take advantage, or something, or maybe.
Well, here's the thing. Stephanie has posted stuff between her and Julia from when they were over in New Japan Strong.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be just a sprinkling of things that, like you guys said, she could be the one that interrupts it. Now, does that cause a three-way down the road, like maybe for the second episode? Who knows?
Well, let me ruin the main event for you. Stallion Pete's gonna ruin Trick versus Ego, and then it's gonna be a triple threat at the next pay-per-view.
So you don't think Ricky Starks could debut?
Oh shit! I fucking forgot about that match.
Yeah, you forgetting, bitch. See, I'm on these streets, Sangria. I'm doing homework. I'm doing homework every fucking weekend, coming for Mondays, nigga. If I see that nigga, if the Revolution gets televised on Tuesday, I might not show up Monday because I'm gonna be working overtime because I'm gonna kick my fucking TV. I swear to God, if the Revolution gets televised on that Monday at the CW, I'm shooting a nigga. I might be in jail.
Well,
a random nigga might get shot. A random white person.
Or you know what's gonna happen? We're all gonna be thinking Ricky Starks. It's gonna be Danny Garcia.
No,
oh, I forgot about him too.
But I tell you what. If Julia wins that title, if Stephanie McCure debuts, if the rumors are true, them goddamn Motor City niggas debut, and I get Ricky Starks or Daniel Garcia,
it's gonna be the greatest episode of NXT.
It's gonna be a fucking problem.
I hope there's a new set and a new theme. Like, I want it all revamped for CW.
Oh, what, like they did for SmackDown?
Yeah, I want to see something new. But
do you like the new SmackDown logo? I heard a lot of people hate it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Change. I don't like to keep things there. That's why I always change my background on here.
Yeah.
I don't like keeping the same background. I like it when things change. And the new SmackDown logo, the song, it had to grow on me. I've listened to it like 3 times now. Now I like it.
It's been a minute since a rap song has opened wrestling.
Yeah.
And I think they're just trading on Megan Thee Stallion. Now, if she was out there shaking ass and singing it, everybody would co-sign on the song. There's not a man alive. If Megan Thee Stallion was out there shaking it like better than Sexy Red, which she can with them stallion knees, twerking on Triple H in the ring, singing the song, everybody would be like, this is the greatest song ever, and Triple H is the GOAT.
Triple H gonna go out there again like he was with the New Day.
Yeah.
Remember when he was dancing with the fucking New Day? Well, Sticks, let's end the NXT. We had the main event coming across. What'd you think?
Yeah, like you guys said, this is a PLE main event type of match. Trick's trying to figure this out. Pete Dunne, Stallion Pete, been in the game for a minute. been on the WWE roster for a minute, been through NXT. He's trying to he's already got to figure it out. So he's trying to see if Trick can figure it out. Great match. Both guys able to hit moves that we thought could finish it, but it did. The rushing off the stage through the table, and then all ego. You know, they had asked Ethan Page earlier in the night who did he want to face. He seemed to not really care, but kind of leaned toward Pete. Came out, trying to will young Stallion Pete to get up. Even try to help young Stallion Pete. Trick knew what was happening. Trick's been in the game for a little bit. I mean, he faced Mello, man who turned on him. He knew something.
Yeah, but he was cheating for Mello, and he knew this is the type of move he would have done for Mello.
Exactly. Trick's been on both sides of the fence, so he knows what's going on. Able to flip ego on the table while standing up and beating Pete. Now we get Trick and ego. Would I be surprised if Trick ends up winning on the CW premiere? No, I would be. I mean, I'm actually kind of amazed that they've had Ego keep the title this long as being a guy who's been an outsider and just showed up. Like the run that Ethan Page has had as a newcomer has been great. It's been one of those. It's just like we had talked about numerous times. He hasn't definitively won it. It's always been something that's helped him retain, let alone win it. So where does when he does lose this match, the interesting thing is going to be where he goes, because he does lean into people poking and prodding that ego, like, hey, you haven't finished anybody, like you haven't really came out and got a dub without any controversy. So does that slow those people doing that slowly start eating away at his ego, and does he go on a losing streak? Or does he finally have a match that he definitively puts somebody away and then starts rebuilding towards that? I don't know. But like you guys said, I agree with you guys. Like, one title will change, and there's going to be a debut, because it's the CW. They're gonna go out there, they're gonna try to hit a home run to lay the groundwork of like, hey, we're new on here. We're not just the minor leagues for the main roster. Like, we're a third brand. We have all these people. Now, who is that? You know, we talked about the Motor City Machine Guns. I would like to kind of have them have a debut like what the Undisputed Era did when Adam Cole came in towards the end of a PLE. Like, you have those guys show up. Now, is it in a tag team match? I don't know, because there's not really a tag team match setting up for that. But could they show up and wreck shop in a main event match and then be like, hey, we're here. Not only are we two good singles guys, but as a tag team, we're one of the most dominant tag teams in all professional wrestling.
Guys,
you could do that.
In our lifetimes, we are getting the Fast and the Fraserists versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Can you believe it? We get to witness this. My God, that's gonna be
happen.
Amazing.
You know what I will say, Mingria? I do like your idea of the triple threat more. And if they were going to do that, I would like Ego to win because Pete Dunne interfered, and then Ava making it a triple threat somehow. And then because the next week they're in St. Louis.
Oh,
and if they were going to give Trick the title back, have Trick pin Pete Dunne in the match, just for Ego to be like, what kind of shit is this? I wasn't pinned. Like, he got lucky pinning Pete Dunne just for everybody to be like,
that's what happened to you.
Nigga, that's what you did in the four-way match. That's exactly what who does that? He should have pinned me. He should have pinned me because I'm the best. He can't beat me. He's already beaten you, and that's what you did. I kind of would like to see that on air, just for a reason to keep their feud going if Pete does leave after that. Just to see them go until you want to build somebody else in that spot as well.
We do have one more week left on USA, and then it switches to the CW. But moving on from good stuff to not great stuff, AEW. I did watch Dynamite. I do have a couple notes because, gentlemen, every now and then, all right, every now and then, AEW does something remarkable. Every now and then, AEW does something. I mean, you hear the intro. If you watch the tripod, you hear the first 4 seconds of the episode is the legend Tony Schiavone and his brilliant line he did earlier this year. Well,
From Ryan, man. From Ryan.
Just as great happened. That's right, folks. AEW has had two remarkable moments this year, and it happened on Dynamite and on Collision. Alex Montes, whatever the fuck his last name is, dancing down the ramp to Private Party's entrance is the funniest shit you're ever gonna. This was him. He's Mexican, but he was dancing white all the way down the ramp. Was the funniest. I had to put my food down. I was laughing. I couldn't help. That was the funniest shit.
Hey, respects to him. He couldn't go with his boys because he is the hype man, and that's what makes those guys just a little bit extra great. But if they are gonna put him with Private Party,
it's money. I loved it. That was fantastic.
That's the only tag team I want to go to see, the NXT. Private Party makes their way to NXT. I'm shitting a brick.
He was dancing like the rent was due. He was putting everything. It was entertaining as hell. I loved it. I don't regret watching AEW programming just for that. But that didn't get me to dive on my phone to message Cesar, but something did happen that made me dive on. I couldn't help myself because something I believe was mentioned here. I don't know if it was the week before or the week before that. We're finally going to get, it's going to happen, not for the title, which is fine. It's for the best. Nigel McGuinness is going one-on-one with Bryan Danielson on Grand Slam, which has now become a must-watch event.
It is for the title.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No,
he's just fighting him.
No. I had to jump on my phone. I was like, Cesar, please be watching this. Please. He wasn't watching. I was like, all right, fine. I threw my phone across the room. I was like, fine, I won't.
No, I watched it after you said that. I was just waiting for, I got to wait for the commercials. I got to wait for the commercials to get through because, see, I got a hinting of that one week where I said I'm watching it live because I saw on TikTok that's when Swerve signed for the house. And I was like, oh, something's going to happen to this house. I was like, I got to watch it live because I don't know when Hangman's going to fuck this house up, but I know he's going to fuck this house up.
It's so obvious, too. Like, oh, it's a heartwarming moment with Swerve. Oh,
yeah. I was like, what? I was like, why is this online at 2 p.m.? I was like, y'all showing me this at 2 p.m.? I know he going to fuck this house up. I did not know that my man, the greatest announcer AEW has, the man who sticks to his guns, he doesn't flippy floppy, he likes who he likes, he hates who he hates. Then I saw some shit on YouTube. They have a 6-hour kind of movie thing about him and Daniel Bryan matches in ROH. They show every match. He came out there and he told you what was going to happen. He said, freeze this man up.
That's it for Dynamite and for Collision. I'm doing a highlight because Collision was not easy to get through.
I didn't watch it.
I don't blame you because it was not easy to get through. Again, Alex, he did the dance. That made it worth it. But my highlight of Collision did make it worth it because it's the very man we're talking about. During Collision, the camera smash cut to Nigel and Tony. They obviously did it when the arena was empty because it was too quiet for them. You could hear everything they were saying. Nigel McGuinness starts shit-talking Bryan Danielson, of course. And they proceed to play a video package rivalry with Bryan Danielson. For somebody who doesn't know anything about this rivalry, that was much appreciated. It looked cool. It looked like Nigel dominated Bryan through most of the rivalry. He was bigger, like buff, like jacked. He had that. Cesar, you remember the Nutty Professor, the first one with Eddie Murphy? He went to go insult. I think it was Chappelle. Chappelle was playing a
Yeah,
character.
yeah, yeah.
You remember Chappelle's hair? He called it, those ain't
That, that,
dreadlocks.
them
Those
shit
ain't
locks.
dreadlocks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what Nigel was rocking during this fucking rivalry with Bryan Danielson with his shit locks. But I appreciate it. I appreciated that history lesson because I didn't know. But after this, we had the professor, Serena Deeb, versus Yuka Teriyaki. You don't really need to know who that is. Mariah May joins commentary,
Mm-hmm.
and Nigel needs a crumb catcher.
Yeah.
Mariah calls this match child abuse because Yuka looks like a child. Serena is slapping her around.
And Serena's old.
Deeb with the pretzel brown eye bruiser. Funny banter between all three on commentary. Mariah was just like pummeling Tony on the fucking commentary, just making him feel super uncomfortable, calling him a geezer. Like, you need a bathroom break? Uh, oh yeah, ref might have botched a 3 count. The theme of the week, I guess. Yuta kicked out very late. Deeb slight botch, falling while attempting a move, but the match wasn't the highlight. It was the commentary. It was Nigel. Yuka wins with a big splash off the top rope. The bitch probably weighs 50 pounds. And then after the match, Mariah attacks the child. But yeah, Mariah, Nigel, and Tony on commentary was the highlight. Nigel McGuinness was the highlight of my week, and Alex whatever his last name is. Cesar, what was your highlight of the week if you have one?
Yeah, it's Nigel McGuinness.
Yes.
When he was fighting, he said he's gonna fight Daniel Bryan at Grand Slam. I'm down with it. I didn't pretty much. Can't remember. Honestly, besides Private Party, and that cracker did the roll and the hump dance. Oh my god, I threw my fucking phone.
If I cut that and I add it into this episode, do you think it'll get taken down?
No, because he's dancing.
Because other people like on TikTok they use clips all the time.
Yeah. No, because he's dancing.
YouTube will take it down because WWE says hell no, they'll take your shit down.
Yeah, you guys are WWE.
If
I don't think Tony's hating.
I want to add it to the intro. I want to see fucking.
No. So that's what I thought you were talking about first, because I was geeking laughing when I saw that shit. And then when Nigel got into the ring, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the fuck, Nigel doing in the ring?" I was like, "I didn't know Nigel worked Wednesdays. I thought he was just a weekend warrior." So motherfucker was talking about he gonna fight Bryan Danielson. I was like, "Oh my god, this match is gonna cook." I was like, "They're gonna hate each other. The promos should be good." I don't know when fucking Grand Slam is, but Nigel McGuinness got the title shot. He had the paper in his hand. Oh my god, this shit's gonna be so good. Getting the respect he deserves back out in these streets. And also Christian Cage telling the people that his son told him he had infinite aura. Just Christian. He's just Christian. Christian's too good on the mic, bro. He is like when Ricky Starks actually had TV time every week and he was cooking everybody on the mic. Christian Cage is that guy. He's always going to be that guy. And hopefully he is the guy to retire Bryan Danielson from
he said you wish Brie got the CTE so she won't remember what I'm going to do to you or something.
Yeah, some shit like that. That motherfucker is ratchet as shit, bro. He's just so great. He's just so great. And then he's probably going to talk about killing Bryan Danielson so his kids can look up to Christian or some shit when he actually is about to turn in the contract or something.
Could you imagine if Christian brings up fucking Nikki and her husband beating Nikki and being like, "Hey Nikki, if you need a father for
if you need a father for your old child,
right here, baby.
I'm right here, baby. I'm gonna kill Bryan and have both the twins." Like he's gonna say some shit like he says some shit like that. He's a goat. Put him in the hall. Put him in the hall.
The only one of us that ingests all of AEW programming weekly, Sticks Adam. What was there anything on Rampage worth talking about? What was your highlight of all elite programming?
Nah, Rampage wasn't worth anything. I fully agree with you guys. This the dancing, and then actually I had this Brian Danielson, Nigel McGuinness. I had Nigel's like number one, but I mean they're interchangeable. The private party with Alex Abrahantes, yeah, that is interchangeable. I mean those all were must see TV. Like you said, Nigel came out on Wednesday. Well, he was backstage, said he was going to talk to Tony. He might have something to say. He comes out, he's holding a paper, and you're like, oh shit, what we gonna get? What we gonna get? And then he dropped a bomb on everybody, basically telling Daniel, hey, ball's in your court, buddy. Better make you. This is up to you. And then, like you said, Saturday, probably pre-tape segment. I don't care. Pre-tape segment.
Next division match. This was good. So I don't know if you really listened to the announcers, but they kept bringing up that Trey wasn't there because he was taken out. And we know Wes mentioned that on Tuesday when he took the headset. And so they were like, yo, is Zach mentally prepared? We know he's physically prepared. Is he mentally prepared for this match? Because he's thinking about fighting Wes in the street fight, or he's thinking about Trey. And I want to say, I don't know if that's what played into the part where he's putting his hands behind his back and he's like, hit me, hit me. If he's going to say that he feels bad for letting his brother down, for getting attacked by Wes, like maybe that could come up in an interview. And that's why he potentially lost this match. So I wonder where they're going with the character, you know, if they're going to do that. I'm not mad that they gave Speedball the championship back because, I mean, think about it. He only defended it. He didn't defend it either. He lost in the Ultimate X match, which is technically his first, well, no, it was like his second title defense or something, right?
Yeah.
Because I think he defended in an open challenge, but then like the X Division thing, and remember, he joined the group to win that. Because if he'd have lost that, then that means he wouldn't have been able to defend the title. So I'm not mad they gave it back. It kind of reminded me of those Charlotte Sasha Banks type shit, you know, when they first had the belts, and that's why Charlotte has like 14 with only like 8 years of her career, and Sasha Banks is like a 5 times Raw Women's Champion. I'm not mad when they're doing that between two great competitors, because the matches they have was one, the Ultimate X match, which was, come on, son, fucking phenomenal. And then two, this match, which is, once again, son, fucking phenomenal. Yeah, the reversals, the counters, and then at one point, even your boy was like, "Nah, bitch, hit me!" Put his hands behind his back, and they're both like head to head, like just two stubborn like billy goats who just keep knocking it back and forth. He's like, "Hit me!" And then it's like they're getting that. It feels like they were more getting. It feels like your boy Mike Speedball was getting more hyped up for it, while Zach still feels like he was punching himself. And yeah, it was fucking phenomenal. But yeah, that fucking shit is so better. So much. It's such a good match because they don't create anything new in wrestling, right? And that's always a different way to show a DDT.
Yeah.
Like you can underhook one arm, two arms, just snap it back. You know, they always have like somebody does it quicker, so it's supposed to be more devastating. Hell, John Moxley has 2 different versions of a double underhook DDT that he does. One is quick and one where he tries to stand you up on your head. But not a lot of people go front ways. And that's what I liked about LA Knight's finisher, is that it's something new. I just don't like the way he executes it. But the way fucking Zach snapped that thing, or maybe it's the way Speedball sold it, makes that move look way more dangerous. Like, nigga, is that not a finisher? That, you know, that's like a signature move that should be a finisher. Kind of like we all want Sami Zayn to pin somebody with a blue thunder bomb instead of doing the hell of a kick. Like, let's really be honest. Like, because you can snap a fucking blue thunder bomb out of nowhere. But no, this match was phenomenal. If I had to rate this match, I'm giving it like probably 7 in the salty mustard. It was a great, great match. Um, I don't think it really mattered who won, but I do think for future reference, because they're gonna have this street fight on NXT, you don't want because this is why I picked Zach against Wes in the beginning. I was like, you don't want a title holder from a different company to lose. When it was Jordan Grace and Roxanne Perez, they were fighting for Roxanne's title, which is fine. It wasn't title versus title. It was they were fighting for Roxanne's title. And then there was fuckery that led to Roxanne winning. That is totally fine because it wasn't just all on Jordan Grace. Roxanne had the fuckery, which helped her beat Jordan Grace. Versus like if it's Zach who has a title and maybe he had like 4 or 5 defenses, because I think this in October? Are they fighting in October? Are they fighting in October, the first match or the second? I don't know when they're fighting. Let's say it's fighting for a PLE. It's probably going to be in October because they're always going to have the Halloween spooky shit in October, and that PLE is probably where it's going to be probably on TV for 2 days after the CW ones. That's probably where they're going to fight. So, yeah, it's already September 14th or 13th when they were fighting. Mm-hmm. You don't want a guy who has like 6 title defenses to lose to a guy who doesn't have a title, but just a grudge match. Because now I feel like it's 50-50. If Zach still had that title, I would think it's 100-0. I was like, they can't have Zach lose this after and then go back to his show being like on a great run as an X Division champion. But now I feel like it could be 50-50 because he doesn't have a title, he doesn't have a title, and they just gonna fight. But now I kind of feel like Trey Miguel is gonna come out with a spray paint and help fucking Zach win. But I digress. That's me trying to future book this, but I feel like this is what you need to do. And then Zach needs to put this Wes behind him unless Wes shows up and tries to fight Speedball for that title and taunt Zach with it. That would be great future booking in television, but that's me doing it again. But I rather let's have it for Speedball. Give him his run. I think he just gave it to Zach to have that title on NXT TV to beat Wes. And now it goes back to Speedball. He's going to get his run. And then if Zach wants to have that championship rematch, he has that in his pocket. And then if Wes wants to show up to get in the mix with that, I think it would be great. And then Trey Miguel can get in there too because he's a 2-time X Division champion. Now you got 4 or 5 guys fighting for a title. 2 and 1 hate that guy, and the other guy just likes to fight great wrestlers, which Wes is now as a singles champion. So I think you just have fucking money within those guys in that spot.
I know one thing we can all agree on is Zach versus Speedball was incredible. Sticks.
X Division Championship match. This was my match of the night. This was great. Both guys. We had flippy dippy, but these guys countered. Like you guys said, the headlock DDT, that is something that could be a finisher for half the roster in APBW. Like, I watched that and it was so clean. I was like, God damn. Maybe I need to send a message to Mangria and be like, hey, how about we do this drip lock DDT? Man, is this on the new download or something? It was great. It was great. Like Cesar said, it had a little bit of LA Knight, but it was, I don't know if you want to say more clean with the way Zach does it.
Like, I think it's more clean. I'm gonna give you more clean.
It's like LA Knight, like he kind of does it like loosey goosey. Mm-hmm. Like he did maybe just one arm on the guy and then does it. Whereas like Zach, he does like both arms and then does it.
I think because he's used to throwing a cutter more with that UFO cutter. Like he grabs them the same way and then just like kicks his legs back and falls forward. So it makes it look more clean.
Yeah, this was a great match. I don't mind the title change. I really don't, because like Cesar said, we're going to be going on the street fight, which I can't remember if it's this coming up Tuesday or if it's on the CW. Now, with that being said, Zach went into NXT and won. Like he won when he was on a PLE. So we're going to get this. If Wes goes over, that's technically 1-1, I believe, in singles. TNA's got Bound for Glory coming up on the 22nd of October. We could. Now, they've done both these matches on NXT TV. Now, the only good thing would be we can give you our guy for 2 of your shows, matches on your show. We want the third one on our show. Now, hopefully that would be for Bound for Glory, because that's the next big pay-per-view that you actually legit have to pay for. You could get the culmination of this. Now, does Wes go over on Zach? I fully expect Wes to win the street fight.
The street fight is in Chicago.
Okay, so it's CW premiere.
Yeah, it's
I mean, obviously
week 1 of CW, so that card is fucking.
Oh yeah, so they're stacking the shit out of this card. I fully expect West to go over, because I fully expect us to go 1-1, and hopefully they allow this to cook and simmer promo wise, in and out of interfering with each other, to build for Bound for Glory. Like, WWE is going to use TNA people to help build stuff up. So hopefully you give TNA this. Like, hey, we want Wes. We want the culmination of Wes and Zach at Bound for Glory. And I don't know who would win that. Like, I don't know what type of match that would be. I don't know what it would be. But it's going to be good.
I say you say fuck it and put Speedball in that shit and make it a triple threat. That's where Zach uses his rematch clause.
Amazing.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. I would not be mad at it. However you do it, it's going to be great TV, because like you guys just said, we get Speedball. We've got 3 competitors that can all go. And that match might fucking blow the roof off that fucking stadium. Like, that might be, like, you might hear me say to Bill Ballard, underratedly, boys, this might be the match of the night. Like, if that kicks off the show, shit, they might blow their wad. Beer cheese match of the night, beginning of the night, and then go down. But I digress. Coming back to what we had on Victory Road, this was my match of the night. Great. I had no problem with the title interchange, because like Cesar said, he can show up to Chicago, and if he catches that L, he's not the champion. Whereas if he was champion, now he's going to go back. Speedball, whoever would be fighting him for that title, could say, well, you're our X Division champion, but you went over to NXT and you caught that L. So I'm not mad at it. Title changes like this, it kind of disrupts, it kind of changes the scenery. It doesn't allow you to be like, oh, he's going to have a couple of title visits before he loses. It's something out of blue. So I'm not mad at it. But like I said, this was my match of the night.
So up next, I was fully looking forward to getting up, going to make a sandwich, getting on my phone, just fucking editing, doing something, because it was PCO and Rhino versus Cardona and STL. So I'm not paying attention at all, just like, And then STL gets the mic. She's going to be out for a while, apparently 6 to 10 months, getting surgery on her neck. So there was no match. Cardona started attacking people. I was like, okay, thank God I don't have to fucking... Because I know Cesar wanted to talk about it last time, and I didn't let him. This time, there was no match, so no need.
No, I just wanted to put I didn't watch this shit up.
Oh.
That's all I wanted to do. Anytime there's a PCO match,
here's my thing, guys.
Here's my thing. So I can change the background.
This is something to pay attention to. When her and PCO were walking out, she looked back at Cardona.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that look back as she was like, take out Rhino. I'm taking the tag team partner away. Like, this match didn't happen, but I still think there's something there. Like,
do you think this is all one big ruse? And
I think so, because I mean, they're so close on the indies. And then when she dipped in and out of TNA, and then her coming back, I was like, this doesn't play into her character like she does on the internet and on the indies. It's like, this doesn't seem like her. Well, then we got Cardona. They're trying to do this thing. It's like, but then when I saw that look back, it was like, oh, okay. Now we gonna get Cardona and PCO, and is this now, if she legit has to have neck surgery, is this the lasting thing that we get before she's gone? Like,
I
She
don't think so
betrays
because
her.
she just signed her contract, so they would know.
Well, yeah. So I mean, if
Okay,
this
this
is
is
a
this is
ruse,
this is too much time. Let's spending on that. Up next was for the Knockouts Tag Team Championship. It's Masha and Tasha versus Spitfire. Spitfire wins and Militia breaks up. Sticks, if you have any thoughts on that.
I didn't think Militia was gonna. Oh yeah, um, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be great for Tasha Steele. I mean, she won't get some TV time, but the one person you don't want to turn on is fucking Masha Slamovich. I mean, this chick, when she has a vendetta, she gonna go. She's not gonna stop till you're either 6 feet in the ground or you can't wrestle. I mean, Alicia Alicia turn on her. It's not gonna be great for her. It's not gonna be great for Tasha. Me personally, I was kind of hoping Spitfire was gonna break up because I'm not a fan of Jody Threat, and I think Danny Luna needs to get a little bit more of a singles run. Like I'm a fan of Danny Luna, so but I mean Spitfire is gonna keep rolling on.
Yeah, and Danny Luna, she needs a single run and she needs some titty implants. Caesar, the Knockouts Tag Team Championships changed hands. Any thoughts on this tag match?
I just figured they changed hands because they know old girl ain't gonna wrestle no time soon with the neck injury. And then yeah, them turning on Masha, you know, of course, because what's her name? What's the black bitch name? She been getting some dubs lately.
Tasha Steeles.
Tasha Steeles, that's right. Tasha Steeles. She been getting some dubs. So I feel like if they're gonna pair her with old girl when she gets the neck off, that's when they're gonna win the tag team championship. And Spitfire been doing some work, doing some dirt. So you might as well give him a good run until old girl gets her neck back, and then that they'll probably fight at Bound for Glory or some shit like that because her neck will probably be healed by then.
Well,
So that's what I thought.
the next three matches were pretty good. We started with Josh Alexander versus Joe Hendry. A hard-hitting match. Josh
Mhm.
still proving his technical genius in this match, turning an attempted pinfall into an ankle lock. The people believe in Joe Henry. Henry with the Samoa Joe walk away when Josh attempts to come off the top rope. The ref is taken out. Henry puts the ankle lock on Josh. Josh taps out, but the ref, of course, is down. Josh Dick Kicker Jones thwarted because Henry has a cup with his face on it. Henry wins with an ankle lock. Very funny that Henry struggled to yank his cup out. That took him a couple minutes. The TNA Tag Team Championships are on the line. It was ABC versus the System. Undeniable chemistry between these two teams. Many battles before, and this will not be the last. Alicia shenanigans. While Bay was skinning the cat, Myers spears him to the outside. The crowd is all over Eddie's mohawk. A
Mhm.
great tag match with fuck shit, of course, ending with the System reclaiming the tag titles yet again by defeating ABC. This is the second time to be ABC for the tag titles. A disrespect. Knockouts champion Jordan Grace versus Wendy Chu. Now, again, fully prepared to go make a sandwich. Fully prepared to take the biggest dump of my life. Chu rocking the anal bead pigtails. The love affair with Jordan Grace is over. She's a Cowboys fan. I don't want Chu to win either, so hopefully this is quick and painless. Chu getting in Grace's grandma's face. That was funny. Tries to attack Grace with the loaded pillow, but Granny Grace snatches it. Chu didn't stink up the joint for once and retains. Well, Jordan retains. Rosemary spears Grace post match. They both attack. Wendy Chu is shocking. She was actually decent this time. Sticks. Josh versus Joe, ABC versus the System, and Jordan versus Chu. What'd you think?
Yeah, Josh versus Joe, good match. I full expected Joe Hendry to go over just because of the run he's on. Josh was able to look good while taking that L. Like you said, Joe Hendry fumbled the cup, but I mean the picture on the cup, that was a nice little touch on it. So hoping this isn't it between these two. Good match. ABC and System, like you say, great chemistry between both teams. Chris Bay came in injured from Thursday night, ribs injury from facing first class. So that played into it. spear while trying to skin the cat. Like you said, great spot. They had Chris. You knew you wanted to have Chris Bay not in there very often, but kind of give a breather here and there. System took advantage of that. As soon as Chris Bay was in there, they made him stay in there, made him pay for it. But also, like you said, disrespect. Them losing twice to them. You would have rather had them maybe won the first one against the System, lose this one, so that maybe you can set up a third one at Bound for Glory. But I mean, you do got contractual rematches, so maybe they could draw this out to Bound for Glory, allow the Ultimate Finesser to get his ribs right. So not mad at it. It was a good chemistry match. Wendy Chu, Jordan Grace, like you said, not a bad match for Wendy Chu. I was fully expecting her to stink this up. She did. She actually looked like a competent wrestler. Home turf advantage, not only for it being a TNA show for Jordan, but for her being from Texas herself. They said she had like 20 tickets for her family. So legit home game for her. Good match between both of them. Jordan was able to pick up the dub. Then Rosemary came out, speared her. We still get in the story between Wendy and Rosemary. With Jordan, I was waiting to see if Tatum and Lyra were to show up since they got a vendetta against them, but maybe they saved that for just NXT TV. I don't know. It was a good match. We had 3 good matches in a row. None of them really stunk up the joint. We had the potential of one being a stinker, and we were surprisingly that it was decent. So not bad.
I'm wondering if Wendy Chu gets a check from TNA for this, or is Cross-Eyed Kid like, I'll just put a bonus on your check?
I want to say it's probably all written in together because they have the thing. Or what we haven't talked about, the liaison and the sheriff. And the sheriff.
Cesar, we had Josh Alexander versus Joe Hendry, ABC versus the System, and Jordan Grace versus Wendy Chu.
I'm really liking Josh Alexander as the heel. Now, I always like Josh Alexander in the ring, but the character work as the heel, this like some prime angle shit. You know what I mean?
The interview he had with Not Kinsey backstage during that was great. Like, she was like, I want to get your thoughts. Oh, that's fine. I mean, I didn't really want to talk to you, but I mean, we'll go and do this.
Yeah. I'm really liking Josh Alexander as the heel. Doing the sly shit, the dick kicks at the end of matches. But knowing he's that good makes the matches better. He's not that chicken shit heel. He's I'm gonna fuck you up, but I'm just gonna cheat now. And I'm gonna fuck you up. So good. So good. Joe Hendry probably has a little penis because he struggled to get that cup out. And those pants are too tight. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like if he had a huge dick, he would have to like keep reaching down further to get it off the dick to pull it out.
The cup would be bigger if you had
and the cup would be bigger. But like he was like, I think his pants are too tight, and if his pants are too tight, you would see the outlier of the big ass dick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, look, don't get me wrong, man. That's European shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress from that. Yeah, great match between those guys. They went out there, did the damn thing. Yeah, it goes for the kick at the end. He's wearing the cup. I'm surprised he didn't throw it at him or try to, put it on his face or something and gross him out. I thought that's where it was going. I was like, you got to do that. And Joe, yeah, I don't know why he wanted the ankle lock, just to piss off Alexander with it. Could have just, hit that nigga with a standing ovation and pinned him.
He wanted to
but he wanted to. Huh?
That's Josh's move, so he wanted to make it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but why you want him to tap out? You could just pin that nigga. You hit the standing ovation, pin that nigga, get out of here, go home. But I guess he just wants the extra drama of the ankle lock on Josh. Sure, fine. Great match though. Great match, really good match. Is it wrong? I got kind of sick of Joe Hendry for a little bit until I saw this match, and then I was like, nah, Joe Hendry's great.
He's doubling down. That's why they're kind of like shoving him in our face a lot.
But I was sick of him on TNA. I wasn't sick of him
Oh,
on
then I
NXT.
know you're crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, because what is it? Who he had that tag match with Moose and JD like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I don't want to see this shit.
Well, it's just odd that you would have this guy kind of mainlining main event NXT,
Yeah,
and then like he's on TNA and he's teaming with the fucking Hardys.
yeah,
And you know,
it was.
it's-
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
that's what it was. Yeah,
You're looking at it as like, okay, TNA's trying to find reasons for him to be on TV, and it's like you don't need to have him team with the Hardys. Like you can just have this guy come out, talk some shit. He's got that built-in stuff with Josh. You can continue to hype this up till we got to this match, but you don't need to just have him have matches just to have matches to be on TV.
yeah. Like I didn't. The ego match was good. I like that. I just wasn't liking his TNA matches. I think, and I was just like, why is he here? Like I don't like any of this. Maybe just because it was Hardy fatigue.
I think he's entertaining. I think his in-ring work is improving, actually.
Yes, I actually think it is too.
But my personal opinion was, I think, like I said, they're kind of shoving them in our faces with the overexposure in NXT. Like the song, they're not singing along as loud anymore. Like they're not as hyped to see them as much. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but this match was great, so I like this match. And then we had
ABC.
we had my boys,
Boy.
the A, the B, the C versus these fucking crackers. I fucking hate these crackers. I think they only did this shit because they knew they were gonna take away those women tag team titles. This is me talking like backstage. They knew they were talking. They knew they were taking away these women tag team titles, so they had to give the system something because it is the system reboot. So they had to give them something, and they had to take it away. So Tino, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you taking it away from these two boys? Like this picture behind me. There's black people, there's white people hanging out, having a good time, trying to end racism.
By the way, that picture, it looks like the black one's Don King, but I know that's just the impact from his hand hitting his head.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like Don
with the
King's
hair. Yeah, yeah. But just like us, just like Cody Rhodes, we are trying to. I'm sorry, Codeem Rashid Rose. We are trying to end racism through wrestling, and you had the perfect ambassadors for your brand, and you just gonna let these two crackers like this? You gonna injure one of them on Thursday? Got cracked ribs and still out there, a fighting champion, knowing that these crackers is coming for his life, and they was gonna cheat and had that evil white Karen Starbucks pumpkin spice drinking bitch out there to help them cheat. Mm-hmm. Who she knows she's married to a white man. That black penis would have came out. She'd have been gone. She'd have been gone. Married white women love black penis. They love to cheat on their white husbands and be cucked. There's a whole porn section about it. So you know it's true. Internet don't lie.
Shit, that shit's on BET After Dark.
Sticks, no, he watched that shit. He watched that shit.
Wait, is on BET, isn't it always dark?
You know, that's why you ain't invited to the cookout.
Wow,
that's reason. That is reason
really?
38.5 why you're not invited to the cookout. Okay. That's why you will never get the invite to New Orleans, and you will never be at the coalition. This ain't even your show. Why are you here? This ain't your show.
Stopping by.
You know what? I hate that cross-eyed fuck. I ain't seen him in 2 months. Hatred is still there. Anyway,
Cesar, as part of the Caucasian coalition, I would like to wholeheartedly apologize for the transgressions that just happened.
We know. Sangria can't help it. He is a vessel for evil, and he can't help it, man. He can't help it.
He's like Damien 2.0. This man's just bringing out the hate.
Look, it's happened.
White people don't have coalitions. We have rallies.
We know, man.
Wow.
With Ultimas and Tiki Torches.
Us, the Midwest chapter, we don't have rallies.
He's in the Midwest chapter. Look.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, see, we know Sangria trying to get right with the Lord, but the Lord has not blessed him with getting that evil spirit out of his ass. Okay, we need the priest from that one horror movie he
Be a
probably likes,
young priest and an old priest.
and an old priest, and the power of Christ compels you in holy water and trap him to a bed. But I digress. They still put on him. They still put on a great match. They were out there. They were hurt. They were trying, doing their damnedest to protect them tag team championship. And yeah, you're right. This is the second time them crackers have beat them for these tag team championships.
Why do you
Uh,
think? Why
huh?
do you think they did that? Why did they do it again?
I honestly think they did it because they knew old girl was going to lose her tag team championships, and they figured
Oh, okay.
that's the only reason I can come up with is because like she was injured and she's going to lose her tag team championship, so they have to have them hold a tag team championship, which is why I think they had the thing where he gets injured on Thursday.
Well, I hope they get a rematch at least at Bound for
Well,
Glory.
you always have a championship because remember they held on to their championship rematch for so long and then won those titles back. Um, but I think because like there really hasn't been any shock and awe championship swaps in like a while, you know? Because like when Speedball beat Mustafa, that wasn't shock, you know. Dolph was in that match with Six Crackers, and then it wasn't shock because he's
Yeah, the
been
odds
trying.
were against Moose.
The odds were against Moose, so it wasn't shock,
Yeah.
you know.
I think the shock part of that match was Josh kicking Joe Henry in the dick.
And the dick,
Was the
yeah, like
shocking
it
part.
had nothing to do with the title. It's just Josh turning heel was the shock in that match. So there hasn't been a lot of like shock win championship, you know what I'm saying, switch titles. Like the last I would say like Zach was like a shock when the Ultimate X because everybody thought, oh, this is like Speedball's like second title defense. He's gonna, it's gonna be a great match, but he's gonna win. But then you're like, what the fuck? Zach, what the fuck is this? So
Who's running TNA? Who's
yeah,
the GM?
I don't know. Who knows,
Were they
man?
just like,
That
okay,
well,
give
that
Zach,
group that got rid of Scott motherfucker. So
give Zach the title so we can go on NXT and show it off? Okay, now let's take it off Zach. It's like, what the fuck?
right. Well, but I think this is like shit that happens when you do shit like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is the system gonna show up in NXT and try to run shit over there? I
I
don't
would
know.
be
But see,
legit shocked if that
but
happened.
they're once again, see, shocked. But like maybe in that St. Louis show they could do something like that because like there is no like super faction like Undisputed Era was in NXT. There is nobody. There's nobody like Moose. You know what I'm saying? Like the tag team division is great. They can come in there. The woman division is great. They'll all benefit from going over there. But and then JD is slash. Vic can have that moment. Hey, isn't that fan? Hold on, Vic. What are you talking about? That's JD, JDC cracker. You don't know what you talking about. That boy is on the mountain.
Well,
Whatever.
back to this. Do you think this match was better than the first time ABC lost their titles?
No, no. I don't think. Yeah, no.
That was like, was that 6 months ago or like
Something
close,
like that. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. See, at least they got a run in between. Like they at least give ABC a run.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think this was better than their first match.
Okay.
Yeah, because they set up that Bay would be in the match for so long,
Hmm.
and then the Ace came in to save. But it was weird because they were listing their individual
Accomplishment.
accolades throughout the match. They were like, oh, yeah, Chris Bay's only like 25, and he's been a 3-time X Division champion, a 3-time tag team champion. He's even fought for the world title. I'm like, why y'all listing this nigga shit like this? And again, Austin Ace has been blah blah. I was like, why are y'all listing this shit separate? Like, what the fuck is going on? You can't break them niggas up. I guess you can. I mean, if you want. But Sticks, this was kind of be like what you said when you want Motor City Machine Gun to come to NXT, that they're so good separate, but yes, they are good together. But they're so good separate that I don't know, but I don't know. Like, yeah, are they going to keep them together just for tag teams to be in the division, or would they separate them for the greatness of the company? Because I think people probably want to see like Chris Bay versus Dolph. I'm still calling him Dolph. Fuck that shit.
I
You know,
I do.
I want Moose to go to NXT because I really want to see like this move over Femi. But then I kind of feel like that's beneath over Femi. But if like Moose could win the NXT championship, and now Elbow Femi's like, "Oh, you think you the big nigga because you in here?" And then Moose is like, "Bitch, I'm Moose. I took on Bobby Lashley, the OG super nigga. I'll whoop your monkey ass, you darky." That shit would be great.
And then
Television.
Shawn Michaels gets a boner. Wait
Yeah,
a
he
minute.
no, Shawn Michaels just busted. You just
No,
see like
my ultimate thing out of this NXT thing would be if for one night only, and I fucking hope it's on a PLE. I want the North to be back together. Like, because Joe Hendry and somebody else, I don't know, Joe Hendry and Trick. We could do that storyline wise. I want fucking All Ego and Josh. I want it just one more fucking night.
versus
Because
who?
of the
Fast and Furious?
Well, no, just if you just had it like against Joe Hendry and Trick. Like if you just did that because
They ain't a
both
real
like
tag team. You know you want the North versus Fast and Furious.
well, no, I'm just talking about if you want to do storyline wise with
Okay,
Ego
well, all
and
right,
Trick,
I get you.
Josh and Joe, like and Joe and Trick have that thing, whereas like they were like Trick was the special guest referee, and Trick says that he believes in Joe. Like I want that just one night only. Like you hit the North's music and that shit. I would you want to talk about sticks to midnight. You want to talk about a man not needing any fucking blue chew for like a week straight, boys. I would fucking be on cloud nine.
But I would want them to have
right
a
arm.
legendary match.
Styx's right arm is like 2 times the size of his
Two
left.
times the size next week. Yeah, yeah.
Like Quagmire when he's discovered.
Or you just see Sticks. You just see Sticks wheeling into the shot because him and his girlfriend are just in wheelchairs because he's just been beating it up all week. Yeah,
I'm like that picture from South Park with the fucking with the dad. It's just right in front of the computer and just white shit all over it.
Nah, he fucking looked like an Ethiopian child because he ain't got no fluids left in his body because it's just.
Well, Cesar, let's move on to Jordan versus Wendy Chu.
Yeah. So this is kind of what I was saying when Jordan fought Kaylani Jordan. Kaylani's good, but we don't know if she can carry a match. And Jordan's a savant in the game. We know way better. Jordan's been wrestling for years versus Kaylani, who's been wrestling for probably a year, maybe a year and a half. And while she tussles with Mello in the bed, she ain't picking no bed wrestling up into real wrestling, professional wrestling into the ring. So Mello, you need to work on that, man. Just you gotta be like, yeah, get this headlock on a bitch while you pumping her. And he's like, bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? Mello doing his thing. Hey, props to you, man. Stroking that good shit. I mean, it's a great couple, man. Carmelo, Kaylani, that's like Sol Ruka and Tyler Great. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That shit should translate. They probably having that wild shit swinging off the ceiling fan. I digress. Jordan, obviously, can carry Wendy Chu in a match. And I think that's what made this match better. I don't know, man. I mean, we don't really know. Because, yeah, when you see, like, Kaylani and Wendy Chu, you see Jordan and Wendy Chu. Can Wendy Chu wrestle? I mean, I don't know. But is she on the, like a little bit lesser level than Kaylani? Is that why the match was bad? Like they weren't like super, they both aren't super good. Do they have styles that just clash? And like they just can't have a good match. We've seen that too. I mean, we've seen that with guys who are like, 10, 12 years in the game, like have a match, and you're just like, I thought this would be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they like that? Like, I thought this would be better. But yeah, she got a great match out of Jordan. And then, the pillow shit out there. Yeah, Granny taking the pillow. Jordan, doing work, doing dirt. This is a successful title defense. I don't know if they counted the other one with Soul, but this one was. And
That
then
means she's
Rosemary.
one away from the record then,
If
right?
I had to say anything, I would say yeah, because I feel like if they counted souls, that means she'd have been one away from the record. They would have said or making it a bigger deal when she won this one, because she'd have been tied with the record. Then her next title defense, which should be at Bound for Glory, that would be like
Oh,
record breaking.
Taya Valkyrie has the record, right?
What?
Taya Valkyrie, she has the record.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think she
at 17. Yeah, 17.
Oh yeah, because she was fighting bitches just every fucking week.
Man, WWE
Um,
fucked that up.
yeah. So
AEW fucked that up.
yeah, first of all, come on. We know they can't get shit right unless
Sorry, I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
yeah, we know we it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, it was better shit. It was better shit than she's had. And then Rosemary comes out. So, I'm still thinking that WWE's high on Rosemary. They love her. They love crazy characters in NXT, especially women who can actually wrestle and then have different characters. Um, from Nikki Cross to Asuka to anybody. Like, they've had women out there with crazy characters to do work and go at it. And so yeah, I think it was good. And yeah, Rosemary, she's probably gonna be gone too when Jordan leaves and goes to WWE. So that's why I think Rosemary will go to NXT and Jordan will maybe like do a brief stint in NXT, like make some rounds, but she gone. I
You
think
know,
she going up top.
Triple H is beating his meat to the thought of Jordan versus Jade Cargill. He wants that at WrestleMania. He's gonna build the shit out of that.
I'm thinking Jordan and Rhea or Jordan and Charlotte when she comes back.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be, but no, like shit, Jordan and Bianca. He knows Jordan and Naomi can put on a banger.
Yeah.
And Jordan's big enough to probably throw Nia's big ass around. She
It's
might
gonna
be going to
dangerous.
SmackDown to revitalize that shit.
Be dangerous if she does it.
It's gonna be dangerous. Like, but that's also. But then, Jordan and Nia, that's two meaty bitches slapping queefs. I mean, that shit's gonna be good.
Oh, see,
I think he's beating his meat to Jordan coming on main roster. He's beating his meat to Jordan coming on.
literally coming. So the night wasn't over because something happened that we have been looking forward to on the tripod, and it happened quick because just last week, Ariana Grace was named a liaison. Well, before the main event, we finally got it. Funny backstage segment between Ariana and Santino, the sheriff, the authority. He's like, oh, like he's all like that. She's all embarrassed. He starts hugging her. She's like, whatever. And that was funny. I hope we get more of that on TNA programming for weeks to come. I hope this
He called her liaison. He called her liaison, and he's like, "Oh, my liaison, my liaison."
Whatever makes this NXT relationship last longer, keep it.
I'm all for it.
Make it last to WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah.
But I digress.
But if we get Santino in a Rumble
it might
in
happen.
January,
You know who we just got? Who we just got? You remember Umaga's manager? Armando.
Yeah.
He has just signed a Legends deal, so he can come back. And I mean, a lot of the people are coming back, so you never know.
You know what? Seeing John Cena's last year and Santino in this fucking Rumble, yeah. I'm gonna kick my fucking TV. I'm gonna kick my fucking TV again.
The main event was for the TNA Championship. It was Dolph Nemeth versus Moose. Frankie Kazarian joins commentary. Funny banter.
The King.
As the Drama King and Frankie all over fuckface Tom. A decent match till the system ran out. System shenanigans thwarted by Santana. The Zig Zone gets a 2.5. Moose powerbomb countered into Famouser was pretty cool. More system shenanigans, pulling ref out. Dolph don't want a DQ victory, so ref tosses system. Oh wait, JBL attacked him. A JBL chant in TNA. Wow. Dolph kicks out of 2 spears and a clothesline from Darkness. Zig Zone number 2 puts down Moose that, of course, Dolph retains. Moving forward, Cesar, what did you think of this main event?
Some bullshit.
I thought you froze. I was like, oh, shit.
Some actual. How you gonna kick out of 2 spears in a row and a clothesline from hell, bro? Dolph, you ain't that guy. Like you're good. I ain't gonna never say you're not good, sir. And I felt like you deserved way more heavyweight championship runs than you got. But the man hadn't lost a singles match in what, like 400 days, 1-on-1, and then you kick out of 2 finishers, like almost back to back, and a signature dirty ass clothesline. And then it took two zig zones or whatever fuck you call them, danger zags, whatever you fucking call them.
Yeah. To quote a fine television program, he kicked out of 2 danger zones.
This was just some bullshit. For me, it was some bullshit. If it had been 1 spear, understandable. You kick out of 1, he doesn't hit the other one. He hits you with like the clothesline after reversing the fucking famous or something, and then you hit him with another zag zone, and then you get the dub. Totally fine. But you're gonna kick out of like 2 back to back after he has the accolade of not losing a singles match, because it wasn't a tag match, it wasn't a multi-man match, not losing a singles match in like 400 days. So they really hyping you up, really putting you on a pedestal after building this cracker up and then building this group up, and then it's just some bullshit.
Watch how mad Cesar gets, Sticks, when at Bound for Glory, Joe Hendry hits 1 standing ovation.
1 standing ovation and beats Dolph. It beats Dolph.
Cesar is gonna throw his phone at the fucking TV.
Bro, that's gonna be the biggest piece of dog shit, as Rock would say, the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen in my life. He gonna hit 1 of them shits. Especially, I'm mad because fucking nigga hit 2 C4s on Dolph and couldn't beat him. If Joe Hendry hits 1 standing ovation at the end of this match, he hits 1 standing ovation. He's going to put him in an ankle lock like 3 times because Dolph's going to try to keep super kicking him, and he's going to hit 1 standing ovation and win the TNA championship.
I
swear to God.
The Bound for Glory main event is 1-on-1.
Yeah. That's if it's 1-on-1.
6-man, yeah.
Yeah. But if he does that shit, I'm giving that match a 0. I'm calling it right now.
Not even Pretzel Dandruff? No? Man.
I'm gonna have, it'll be the debut of Cesar chapter 8 verse 47. Fuck this shit, I'm out. That'll be the debut of the Book of Cesar chapter 8 verse 47. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Just means worst match of the night, wasting my goddamn time. I don't want to see it because I know it's coming.
Well, that being said, what'd you think of the match?
The match was good. The match was good all out. Yeah, you know the system was going to come out. You know they were going to come out. Like somebody else came out from the back every single system match, which is what they do, usually halfway through the match, except for the Starbucks bitch, because she was there the whole time the tag team championship was out. But JD brought his girl. No, I don't know. JD brought his crack ass out. But they came out with the belts. They out there. They doing work. They doing dirt. Yeah, JBL hit 2 clothesline from Hells, slapping crackers, beating ass. I was like, I don't know why his old ass is out here, but hey, shit, okay. Looking like a I don't know what the fuck he got on. He had no suit on. He had the cowboy hat and he had the trench coat. I guess he's from the Matrix. He a depressed cowboy or some shit. I don't know what the nigga had on.
It's a JBL Texas Ranger.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he was out there giving him the Chuck Norris kicks, except he was doing clotheslines from hell, beating up. How one old nigga gonna beat up the tag team champs, but 2 I digress. I'm not even gonna get into it. I digress. But yeah, Moose out there in the ring, you know. Also, a motherfucker who been in Japan dropping oppin' niggas on Japan bitches. You know what I'm saying? He gonna lose to Dolph, who couldn't even steal Nikki Bella from John Cena. You know what I'm saying? I bet she go with Dolph now. I bet she go with Dolph now instead of fighting the nigga every goddamn week with a baby in her arm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we said, yeah, bitch. Yeah, you want to cheat on John Cena? That's what you get. It's literally karma, bitch. No, but I digress. I'm not talking about that either. You know, don't hit women unless they're in the wrestling ring.
In TNA, especially.
And TNA especially, or if it's Extreme Rules. But no, the match was great. It was good. I mean, I'm never gonna say Dolph can't wrestle. Dolph can wrestle. He can wrestle. He can sell. He can be a top contender. They just shouldn't. The finish just wasn't for me. It was a great match until the finish.
But what did you think of the main event of Victory Road?
It was a good match. The gripes I have are the same as Cesar had. 2 back-to-back spears. I mean, if you would have spaced them out, a spear, like if you would have spaced out a spear, him kick out, and then some more action in between, and then a spear and a clothesline, I probably could have respected it a little bit more. But like Cesar said, Dolph's not that guy. He's not that guy that should be able to take, I think, 3 spears total in the match and a clothesline, but like 2 back-to-back and then a clothesline. And then he clotheslines Moose, and Moose does like a fucking almost like a damn 360. Like he clotheslines somebody like somebody clotheslines a luchador and just fucking spins around and falls like that. No, you don't do that. You don't have that. So the problem I have is that, and then I still want to know what this thing with Dolph and JBL is. Like they've like you had the last PLE. He whispered something in the Dolph's ear at the last match. Then he walked out as he's celebrating. It's like, so what is this joint team thing gonna be? Like, is he the guy that comes along and evens the odds for Dolph? Well, then what does Dolph need to do for him? Like, there's always something with this. Like, nobody comes and helps you without wanting something in return. So what is it? I don't know. But the match itself, it was a good match. But I don't think they should have did Moose like this. Like, Moose is a legit championship contender going into this match. And then now, after this match, you had him throw everything at Dolph, and then Dolph just took it and then gave you like one, like maybe 2 zigzags and tried going for a Fame-Asser for like 10 minutes straight, finally hit one. But he took 2 zigzags and finally he took the last one, and it was gonna win and end up winning. It's like Dolph isn't like the guy like with John Cena who could take that stuff and then you're like, oh, okay, he just went Super Cena. It's like Dolph isn't that guy. So, and like you guys talked about, you have Dolph doing all this stuff, and then if we get and when we get him versus Joe Hendry, it's probably going to disappoint because, like you said, it's going to be one standing ovation and then a dub. This is like, and this is like the other thing, like Cesar talked about. We know this is coming because of the tidal wave that is Joe Hendry. It's like he's got so popular in NXT, and that popularity in TNA hasn't caught up to that. So TNA's now scrambling to get the hype on their end of that with him to match that. So the only other way you can do that is that you have him not only face Dolph at Bound for Glory, but then you have him go over Dolph. And it's going to be by some kind of ridiculous way because that's how TNA does stuff. They're going to do it. They're going to book it, and they're going to book the end like ridiculously. So,
well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the tripod of the week. As always, go ahead on my YouTube channel, watch all APBW stuff, check out The Hangover with JH. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best here on the tripod. We give that big ups to a very active Stallion Pete.